Hello, welcome back to the book room. Might look a little different. It's because we're going through the process of reading every book on my physical TBR. So yeah, that video is coming to you soon. Might become a series. We don't know yet, but that's not what today's about. Today is about the fact that I can't stop putting new books on the shelf. So if you'd like to see some of my new books, you're in the right space. Come along with me, baby. Come along with me, because we got some books to get through. To keep the energy up, I did ask for some questions to answer on my Instagram. If you'd like to be a part of that, you would be following me on Instagram. That's just how it goes, guys. That's just how the math works. So if you'd like to ask a question in the next Q&A, when that happens someday, follow along on Instagram. But without further ado, let's quit the plugs and let's start the haul. Does that even... Let's not overthink it. Let's just get into it. So the first part of our haul is from a really cool event that they do at 2nd and Charles. It is a chain resale bookstore, but they also sell new stuff. They sell used stuff. So anyways, they do this event from time to time at my local one, where they do a penny a page sale. So it's exactly what it sounds like. You pay a penny per page in the book that you buy. I'm going to go through those books first and do some questions intermixed. We got some fun questions. We have some like random Q&A type questions, or we have some specific book questions to answer. So let's get to some questions. Let's get to some books. So my first question is an ideal reading day for me from start to finish. So an ideal reading day starts with a delicious like tea or coffee on the couch doing a little bit of reading. And then I would say it would go into some sprints, some live sprints on the channel. Y'all keeping me accountable, us chatting about our books for like 3 to 4 hours if I was reading all day. And then I would like to change scenery. So either go somewhere to read or go outside, enjoy some sunshine while I read, just for like an hour or two. And then, since this question was submitted by my dear husband, I would have him cook me a lovely dinner while I finish up my reading. And then obviously take a break, enjoy that meal together, and then go back to reading, probably in bed, probably super cozy with an ambiance on. A lot of treats, a lot of snacks to keep me going. That'd probably be what it is. And a terrific Switch game so that I can do some audiobooking and do some Switch playing. That's my ideal reading day. But we're going to start with some of these penny a page purchases. So first is The Celestial Kingdom Duology by Sue Lynn Tan. Those are Daughter of the Moon Goddess and Heart of the Sun Warrior. Next question is, what is your favorite restaurant? Which I love. I feel like that's so random, but also so fun. I would say if it's something that's kind of everywhere, I would probably go for Chick-fil-A or In-N-Out as my favorite. And then probably In-N-Out and then Chick-fil-A, if I'm honest. And then if I was gonna go like restaurant in general, I would say like one of the best fine dining experiences I've had was in Disney World. Alarm bells for Disney adults, set the sirens, but I really loved eating at Flying Fish. So that would be on this list too, but I have had the great privilege of eating a lot of delicious food in my time. Those are just a few. I usually like local restaurants owned by people of the culture of the food they are cooking. Does that make sense? So like we have an amazing Korean restaurant here and Taiwanese food. So I like experiencing other cultures through food. So those, I don't know, that's an idea of some of my favorite restaurants. I took that way too seriously, y'all. This is why I can't do a Q&A for nothing. But next purchases at the sale were the first 2 books in the Infernal Devices series. So 1 and 2, Clockwork Angel, Clockwork Prince. I realized that these are all part of obviously the Shadowhunter universe, and I haven't read anything in that series, and I do believe you're supposed to read City of Bones first. So I got a little ahead of myself, but they're on the shelf now, and when it comes time to pick them up, I will be ready. The next question I got was, what book would you choose to reread for the first time? And that is kind of a terrible question because there's so many books. You're making me choose a favorite child. But recent books that I have read that I would definitely want to reread for the first time: Bride by Ali Hazelwood, Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross would be up there. Oh my gosh, there are so many. The House in the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune might make that list. Oh, and The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea, xxoo. That is not picking one. Right now it'd be Bride, but I'm just saying tomorrow it might be one of these other books. The last one I got in this set of 5 was A Love Song for Ricky Wilde by Tia Williams. Heard great things, had this recommended by some of my book friends, and for that reason, and that reason alone, I need to get to it. And then I did a bit of a funny purchase, but I don't know if you guys do this, but I had a different copy of In a Holidays by Christina Lauren. Love this book, you guys. If you have not read it, it's a great Christmas romance, like truly top of my list for recommendations for you for that season. But I just wanted a copy that looked a little different. I don't know. I just wanted like a paperback copy. I don't know, you guys. It just worked in my head. It made sense, and it was part of the sale. So I said, you're coming home with me. Next question was how much I read in a typical day, and I really should do like a read with me for a week and be realistic and kind of give you the numbers there. I would say it probably averages out to 75 pages a day, but it definitely depends. It ebbs and flows. There are times I'm reading like hundreds of pages a day, and there are times I'm reading next to none or doing a lot of audiobooking, and it's harder to track pages when I do that. So I'm gonna say around 75. Don't know if that's accurate or not, but somewhere around there. Next, I picked up The Charming Offense by Alison Kocherun. I have heard nothing but great things about this. I think this one is a reality dating show, but in it, a producer falls for the lead, I believe, something along those lines. A book that did something very similar was a Christina Lauren book, actually. I think it's called like The True Love Experiment. But this one is male-male romance, I think. Hopefully I'm correct there. Next question is a really good question, and it's worst book you've ever read but would still recommend to others to give a try. Oh my gosh, that is like such a good question. I would probably say, and I don't know like for sure if it's the worst book I've read that I would recommend. It's hard to say, but I really did not love Book Lovers by Emily Henry, and I typically love her work and recommend her up and down. This one didn't hit for me, but people in my life loved this one, and I think it has potential. The other one she wrote that I liked even less was actually People We Meet on Vacation, which is a Friends to Lovers book, and they're just very quirky characters that just didn't work for me, but I think for the right person, that book works super well. So potentially one of those. Next, I picked up some fantasy books. So one is A Curse So Dark and Lonely. This is a Beauty and the Beast retelling. And you know what? Like, sometimes you just need that, okay? Sometimes you just need that. So excited to pick that one up. And I did pick up A Dawn of Onyx by Kate Golden. This one, I do believe, is this vampiric? See, I don't even remember for sure. We will find out though. The Onyx King. What does it mean? Rare magical abilities to heal the soldiers. Okay. Okay, y'all. I'm down for a bit of romantasy, and I'm sure that is what this will deliver. The next question is a fun question, and it's, would you rather live somewhere that's never above freezing or always above 90 degrees? Look, I think I would have to say never above freezing. That sounds awful, but at the same time, I do not like being sticky and sweaty and drippy. Oh, I just don't like it. I don't like it. I mean, when I'm exercising, it's fine, but then I have to shower right away. Like, I just don't want to feel that way. And I fear that that's what 90-degree weather would give me. But in the comments, I want to hear your response to that question. Are you going to live somewhere that's below freezing, or are you going to live somewhere that's always above 90? Pick your poison. Let me know your reasoning in the comments below. The next few books I have to show you, I think I showed in a vlog, but I sometimes like to show these in the hauls too, because I know some people just enjoy a haul. So those books are, and they're also from Sykin & Charles, you guys. I should be stopped. This one was $3, and it's called Slightly Married by Mary Ballig. This is the first installment into the Bedouin saga. So the Bedouins are 6 brothers and sisters, men and women of passion and privilege, daring and sensual. Enter their dazzling world of high society and breathtaking seduction, where each will seek love, fight temptation, and court scandal. So I'm gonna say this is very Bridgerton, okay? Very Bridgerton. I need to remember where I got recommended this from, but the author of Bridgerton did blurb it. So I've never really dabbled in historical romance, but I feel like this could be a fun place to start. Then I also picked up 7 Summers by Paige Toon, and I need to read it this summer. I think this one does have some flashbacks, you guys, which usually, I don't think that always works for me, but for some reason in summer books, tell me why that 100% always eats. Like, I love seeing the then and now and why the relationship is where it is at this point. So excited about that one. And the last one I picked up was Ali Hazelwood's YA debut, and that was Check and Mate. I heard this was very cute, so I'm excited to pick it up. It was under $6, so that's a dub for me. That's a dub for me. Another question here, which is supremely important, is if you could only have one book boyfriend, who would you pick? That's a vile question, 1,000,000% hateful, if I'm honest with you. But if I had to choose one, oh, that's so difficult. I do like, this is random, but I just saw on my shelf, The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year. I like Ethan in that book. In The Jessed Heir, I love Aaron. That is by Sarah Hashim. Definitely worth picking up. Who else? I mean, those are a few. Obviously, Bride, Ali Hazelwood. I'm gonna circle back to that book. Those are a handful. Ooh, like Elm from Two Twisted Crowns by Rachel Gillig. Really, I want someone broody. I want a Mr. Darcy type, but who's also a little more temperamental. Yeah, that's kind of the ideal over here. If you have book recommendations that fit that, gotta let me know. Gotta leave those for me. So next, I have a couple more books to show you. These were actually also from that same vlog. Oh my gosh, I will just link it. I will just put it here. I forgot. I got these both for $2 at a thrift store. So this is The Book Club Hotel by Sarah Morgan. I believe this is a very Christmassy book, but I do think it's really about female friendship. And I do think, since I've heard some mixed reviews, but hopefully it's good, talk about a polarizing book, but I do want to be in the know. I want to be included. I want to know what we're talking about. And another thing to show you. You guys, I just am so excited to show this one to you. So I am currently subscribed to the Romantasy box from Fairy Loot, and this was the pick for July. And this one ended up being Rose in Chains by Julie Soto. I was lucky enough to receive this book as an ARC, and I had a lot of fun reading it. And I also have a video of me reading that. So there's a lot of linking going on, you guys, but this is the edition. I think it looks so gorgeous. The end pages are black on the top and bottom, and then roses and chains in between. let me show you the inside as well as the hardcover. So on this side, I do like how they do this. It is just the classic cover of the book, so you can flip it. And then here is the hardcover, which I will say looks a little bit more how I pictured our characters. And here are the end pages. Did I call the other things end pages? I meant sprayed edges, y'all. You guys know better than I do. We've read the book too. It's like moments from the book. And it is signed, but I think it's very well done. And the texture is amazing on this book. Like, I can't describe it, but it has kind of like a, I wouldn't say velvety, but like it's got a little texture to it. Next question is the most used app on my phone. And I did have to take a little pause here and double check. And I would say it's YouTube. I do be watching YouTube. There's not much more to say here. I mean, I don't have TikTok anymore. I can't have it. That would probably be the number one. Instagram, I'm on a bit. COD Mobile would be up there in the top 5. Don't ask. You know, if you know, you know. You're either in with the lore or you're out. You know what I mean? But those are probably my most used apps. Okay, final 2 books, and we'll do one more question today, but my friend recently lovingly gifted me Wild Love by Elsie Silver. I did read Flawless, and if you guys have been watching for a while, you know that just wasn't my speed. It did not work for me. But she said that was like her least favorite of all of Elsie Silver's books. So I feel like I just need to keep going. I haven't found a cowboy romance that hits super hard for me besides Swift and Saddled by Lila Sage. I enjoyed that one, but even so, it's not like it's a 5-star. So we'll see. Contemporary romance is hard, but I'm excited to give her another try. Our last question for today is, how do you value the romance versus the writing and storytelling in a romantasy novel? So I guess what is more important to me if I'm entering a romantasy novel is definitely the romance, but also the characters and their development. I'm a very character-driven reader, so I do prioritize that as number 1. So there are areas that can be less thought out, less well-rounded as far as plot and world building go for me, if I'm there for the romance. If they miss on the characters in the romance in a romantasy, I think you're missing the whole plot. Do I think romantasies can be closer to fantasy and be really well-rounded stories? 100%. That's like a 5-6-star book. But I do believe if the romance is not top priority, it's just not going to hit for me. It's just not. Well, the last book I wanted to share today is very exciting. It is like my first book that has been sent to me by a publishing company. It is a book that was sent to me by Putnam under Penguin Random House, and this book just came out on the 24th of June. It is When Javi Dumped Mari, and it's by Mia Sosa. 1 engagement, 2 best friends, 3's a crowd. So it's on the eve of their college graduation. Best friends Javi and Mari swore never to date someone the other doesn't approve of. Now, almost a decade later, Javi has a problem. Mari, the woman he secretly pined for since sophomore year, is engaged, and Javi didn't even get the chance to vet the Pedro Pascal knockoff she plans to marry. I am so excited about this. A little bit of pining, a little yearning goes a long way with me, and I just feel so honored to have received this book. So stay tuned. I will be giving my thoughts, and if you'd like to pick it up, I will link it in my bio. I don't get anything from that except getting to show the publishers that sending to small creators is a great investment. So if you'd like to support publishers doing that, feel free to click on that link below. And with that, thank you so much for watching my video today. I know it was casual, it was fun. I loved your questions. As always, please leave a comment behind for me. Answer one of these questions as well. Let's chat, let's get to know each other, and really build the community that we've started here. You are all a part of it. If you're watching, you are a part of this reading community. I'm so happy to have you. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you in the next one.